My name is Jared Plummer. I currently am a CPA. I work for a large firm here in Raleigh. My involvement with Crusade was tremendous, and I have to be honest that if it were not for Campus Crusade, I probably would not have graduated from NC State. I had a hard transition from high school into college, and for a time had contemplated just dropping out and going home and working and doing that kind of thing. But actually it was a knock on the door of my freshman dorm room in Wood Hall that started it all. Started a friendship that ultimately led to me getting involved in a Bible study, which ultimately led just involvement with Campus Crusade, and which ultimately led me leading a Bible study with Crusade. For ministry in my workplace, there's really several different things that I try to focus on. I think the biggest thing for me is just being faithful in the small things. You know, there are a lot of times where folks ask me to do things, chip in on a project, or, you know, whether that be making extra copies of something or grabbing breakfast on the way in, whatever that may be. I think just helping people is a huge way to minister to people. And you know, you can kind of tell when people are stressed or overworked. You start to pick up on those things, and so really just adding a word of encouragement, it goes such a long way. It's being faithful in those small tasks that create rapport with people. And once you're able to do that, you're able to have those side conversations that really build rapport, and you're able to just start investing in people and just start asking questions about their life. And I feel like for me, that's been one of the biggest and most effective things, is just to sit down, whether it be in the break room or over lunch or coffee, before work, what have you, and just invest in people. One really neat experience I had, it's been probably about a year ago, but I had a business contact and they called, and I answered the phone. For some reason, I was just feeling really good that day, and so I answered the phone. And you know, typical question, "Hey Jared, how's it going?" And for some reason, I just said, "You know what? I am better than I deserve. And I cannot tell you how good or how great I'm feeling today." And then they asked the question, well, why is that? And immediately the Holy Spirit just spoke into my heart and in my life in that moment and said, "Jared, this is an opportunity for you." So I said, well, if I'm completely honest, the reason that I'm having such a good day is that I had time with God this morning. It was as if just a light went off, like in the silence of the 5 or 10 seconds. I mean, it wasn't even that. It was probably about 2 seconds, but it seemed like eternity that it just went silent on the other side of the line. And they said, well, I would like to know more about that actually. So it was really cool because I got to follow up with them later on and just share my heart with them and what Jesus has done for me in my life. And so it was just an incredible opportunity for me to share with them from a simple conversation that started with a phone call, that I was able to share Christ with someone at my work.